Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations with the one and only J-Man. Your morning will never be the same. Here we go.
But here we are, shining like shooting stars. Can't tear us apart, there's nothing stopping us. We're far from done. It was 10 years ago since we first hit the floor, singing and dancing like we've never done before. We're the ones to show, we gotta go get the dog. And now it's time to ride. It was 10 years ago since we first hit the floor, singing and dancing like we've never done before. We're the ones to show, we gotta go get the dog. And now it's time to ride. Now that we're here, there's no turning back. We're staying on track. The old us forget that. Onto something new for me and for you. We're far from done. I never thought that we would get this far, but here we are, shining like shooting stars. Can't tear us apart, there's nothing stopping us. We're far from done. It was 10 years ago since we first hit the floor, singing and dancing like we've never done before. We're the ones to show, we gotta go get the dog. And now it's time to ride. It was 10 years ago since we first hit the floor, singing and dancing like we've never done before. We're the ones to show, we gotta go get the dog. And now it's time to ride. We're far from done, and it ain't no giving up. We didn't wait too much. Now it's time to rise up. Like I said, we're far from done, and it ain't no giving up. We didn't wait too much. Now it's time to rise up. Far from done, and now it's time to rise. We're far from done.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You're listening to Coffee and Conversation with your boy J-Mad on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on, even Alexa. That's right, Alexa can make it do what it do. I pray each and every one of you all had a great weekend. I did. A wonderful weekend. Let me say good morning. Good morning, Yogi. Good morning, Dr. Tony Love. Good morning to you, dear. Good morning, Rachel. Nurse Rachel, what's going on with you? Good morning to those that's out there at Emory Winship Cancer Center. My Winship Warriors, what's going on with you all? Y'all keep fighting the fight the way y'all supposed to fight the fight. Keep your strength up. Keep your positive energy up and keep moving forward. Don't give up. Whatever you do, do not give up. I want to talk about it. I played the song Time to Rise. I actually want to give emphasis on time. I want to talk about time. There are a lot of things that we can lose in this world and regain. If you lose your car, you can get a new car. If you lose money, you can go and work and get more money, and the list goes on and on. But one thing about time is once that minute is gone, you'll never get that minute back. But what you can do is with your next minute, give it a new definition. We really don't have time to waste. We have money to waste. We can waste gas. It's a lot of stuff we can waste. Time is not one. We have to be mindful of how we are spending our time. What are we doing with our time? Matter of fact, that is a great question to ask yourself. What are you doing with your time? What exactly are you doing with your time? We say we want different things out of life. We always say we want different things out of life. But what are we doing that will help us achieve those things? A big part of that is time. It's not time. Time is very sensitive. It's very sensitive. It's and at times it's unforgiving. However, the best part about time is that you are able to move from one bad situation, from one moment in time, and create something brand new. We can sit and we can ponder about what I did, what mistakes I did yesterday's time, how I messed that time up. No, you can't get that back. But in order to find, what's a good word? In order to find value from mishandled time, is being able to get a learned experience out of it. Bad things that we did in past time does not necessarily mean that we wasted it. If you don't learn anything, if you didn't learn anything from it, it was wasted. But the minute you gather yourself from whatever experience that was, the minute you gather yourself and start thinking more clearly, the minute you do that and find the value of what happened during that bad time, the minute where that what was bad becomes good. Many of us have been in the past, or even some people may even right now be stuck in an area because of something that happened in the past, something that happened to you in the past. And when you forget, or when you neglect, not forget, when you neglect to get to a point in your space, in your mind, that, okay, this happened to me. Let me get something out of it. I don't want to waste it. I rather gain value out off of something that could have stopped me from moving forward. Yes, we all have had our issues. Yes, we have all had our problems. Yes. We've all been through this, that, and the other. Some of our stories are different than others. But the difference between those who are successful in a way, those who continue to have positive energy, those who have found peace in their life, are the people who have reconciled themselves with time. That's good right there. I should write that one down. In order to find peace and your joy and your happiness, it's reconciling yourself. It's reconciling yourself with time. Not every day is going to be a bad day. Not every day is going to be a good day. But what we can do is find the life lessons that time offers us. It's literally finding the time. It's finding the finding the lessons of time. You often wonder how people who when bad things happen to them, their attitude and their mindset never shifts. The way they do things never shifts. It's because they have learned how to reconcile themselves with time. Okay, that happened. Now what? Oh, this is going on in life. Okay, now what? You will find those people, they never shift. They hardly shift. Not to say that they aren't affected by it. Now, don't get it twisted. They often consider the possibilities of the negative side of it. That's part of the process. You're not always going to be strong. You're not always going to do right. You're not always going to make the right choices. You're not always going to do the best option. But whenever you make the next step, it's about reconciling yourself with time. With what happened, what choices you made, what choices we made, what options we considered that we didn't choose. Accepting consequences and the repercussions of whatever choice we made. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, standing still and doing nothing is a choice. But the consequence and the repercussion of not doing anything is the same as standing in the same situation. If you find yourself standing in mud outside, you have a choice. You can move out of the mud, you can jump and play in the mud, or you can just stand there. It's about accepting what happened, acknowledging the choices you have, and then making one and let life happen. Another thing about time, talking about standing still, time does not stand still. Time does not stand still. It keeps ticking. It keeps moving. While time is ticking and you've decided to make I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to stand here, time will be ticking. Time will be moving because it waits for no one. And now we have generated what we call wasted time. Oh, you can recover. We can recover. We can recover from whatever issue, whatever problem. We can recover from that time that was wasted. But you'll never get it back. You will miss moments. But the good thing about wasted time is reconciliation with it. If I were you today, I would find things, if anything at all, and ask myself, where am I wasting time? Where exactly am I wasting time? What am I missing? What am I not doing? Where have I did not acknowledge something in the past? Let me tell you about the past, man. For years, it held me back. Something bad happened to me, And instead of dealing with it, I stood still and time was flying back. The next thing I know, 4 years had passed by, and I missed so much. The good thing about what happened afterward is that once I dealt with the problem, I actually found the meaning of peace. That was something, if I would have dealt with it 4 years prior, I would have learned that the meaning of peace much earlier. As a preacher, I could sit in the pulpit and teach about peace all day long. But it's only one way you're going to find peace. It's only one way you're going to find it. It's whatever bad situation, and it's going to be a life-altering situation. It's recovering. Peace is found in recovering from something, a serious issue, a serious problem. You can talk about peace. You can hear about peace. You can even, listen to someone and learn about peace. But the only way you're going to find peace is passing the test. It's dealing with it. And time is a huge part of dealing with it. Time is a huge part of it. A huge part of it. You ever wonder how the same thing keep happening to you over and over? A very, very similar situation always finds itself at your door. That is life trying to teach you something, and you can't move on from it until you learn it, until you get the lesson from it. It's just like in going to school. You can't go to the next grade until you pass the final test. The test that says you are ready for the next step. And we waste a lot of time, and we find ourselves standing still, if you will, because we refuse to take the test, and we find ourselves wasting time. It's sensitive, and it doesn't stop. Think about this. We are in August of 2021. It seemed like yesterday we was arguing about 2020, getting out of 2020. I'm tired of 2020. 2021 is almost over with. And it seemed like January just got here yesterday. Time kept moving, and it moves faster and it's faster. And this is something, I don't know if anybody is like me, but for me, it seems like the older I get, the faster time moves. Maybe it's just me, but it's like every year that comes around, and I'm blessed to see another year, time seems like it rushes through. When we were kids, it seemed like, oh man, 18 will never get here. 21 will never get here. It just seemed like it was dragging on. But now it seems like every time I blink my eye, I have another birthday. Because time is not stopping. Consider today, if you will. Consider today, if you will, the value of your time. Think about that. How valuable is your time? See, I think the reason why we waste time is because we don't consider it valuable. And we find ourselves doing things slowfully. Grandma, stop dragging your feet. We find ourselves dragging our feet. Time. Consider it. Consider time. Consider time. Give your seconds a value. Give your seconds, every second in your life, give it a value. Now watch this. There are opportunities, and because there's a time and a place for everything. There are places and there are times in our life that we can waste it. There are times and there are places where we could when you're on vacation, you can waste all the time you want because you're just enjoying things, enjoying life. Because the other minutes and the other seconds that I've created or I was allowed to use, I put a higher value on and actually when you are wasting, sometimes it's more valuable. Because sometimes we need to learn how to relax and just enjoy life. They say you work hard so you can play hard. I close with this today. From now on, whatever comes your way, acknowledge it. I was going to use the word accept it because you don't have to accept it. You can acknowledge it. If you acknowledge it, it becomes valuable to you because when you acknowledge it, you get to find out what is it there for. Why? And we often ask it this way. Why is this happening to me? From now on, instead of making that statement a rhetorical question, actually find out, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? When you answer that question, when we answer that question, time becomes relevant. Time becomes more valuable to us. But we have to slow down and find out about time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you all have a great morning, a week. If you're at work, put a smile on your face. And if you're not at work, put a smile on your face. Because somebody is watching out for you. Maybe you can change the world with a simple smile. You all have a great day. I'll see you on the flip side. See you all Thursday. Be good and be great.